Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Food, Drinks, and Rock and Roll. I'm Lippy, and today we're working on the grill. We're gonna do some Dr. Pepper honey rum marinated pork chops, some dried cherry coleslaw with some red and white cabbage. It's gonna be rad. And this little corn package I'm doing with some tinfoil, apple juice, and chili powder, topped with a little bit of manchego cheese. It's gonna be rad. Let's do it. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is get our pork chops in the marinade. I have a plastic bag. Just toss our pork chops in like so. And we're gonna throw in a bunch of other wicked ingredients to make these jump off the grill. First we're going to throw in some rosemary, 2 or 3 fresh sprigs of rosemary. We're going to throw in the DP, that's what I'm talking about. Just in there, maybe like a half cup or so. Just for those bubbles and that delicious cherry flavor. A little bit of olive oil, maybe like 2 tablespoons or so, not too much. A little bit of salt and pepper. We're going to add a little bit of rum. This is kind of be one of the kickers. It adds this really neat bitterness to it. It's pretty sweet. So like maybe 3 or 4 tablespoons. That looks good. We're also going to add a little bit of honey. And then last we're going to add about a tablespoon of chopped garlic. Zip that up nice and tight. We're going to mix this around with this marinade for about an hour. We don't want to go too much more than an hour because the soda, the bubbles will act a little bit funny, almost pickling the pork chop. So just let it go for an hour, the flavors will be perfect, and we'll throw it on the grill. So let's get to our coleslaw. We're going to take a bowl, and we have some red and white, check it out, we have some red and white cabbage right down here. We have some dried cherries. I have a little julienne of carrots, and we're actually, you know what, let's slice these. Alright, cool, so we're going to toss this into a large bowl, mixing bowl. We're gonna add our cabbage. We're gonna add our carrots and our dried cherries all into a bowl, just like so. All right, into this we're gonna add some red wine vinegar. Maybe like, let's say half a cup, right over the top, like so. We're gonna add a little bit of whole grain mustard, right to the side, just over here. We're gonna add a touch of olive oil, like a tablespoon or so. A bit of salt and pepper. And we're going to give this a mix. What better at a barbecue than a fresh, crispy coleslaw, you know what I'm saying? These dried cherries are going to come back into play later when we get to the Dr. Pepper. It's going to be pretty rad. So we're going to let this sit for about an hour. Pop it down in my cooler. Leave this for about an hour. All those flavors will start to marinate together. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, our pork chops and our coleslaw are both marinating. It's time to get to our corn. We're going to make these neat little pockets with tinfoil. I've already put a little kebab stick, make a little crease in the end, making a little bit of pocket just like that. Take a little bit of apple juice. This is going to bring out some of the sweetness, just like so. And then we're going to take a little bit of chili powder right over the top, just like so. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. It's that simple. Wrap it up. So make sure you wrap the end too, because that wooden skewer will burn a little bit. Toss this right on the grill. Let's do another one. We're going to rotate those every 2 or 3 minutes or so. The apple juice is going to start to steam the corn and bring out that natural sweetness, but we're not going to cook them too much. I like them to be a little bit raw, crunchy. It's going to be good. So we'll let those go for a little bit and we'll get back to our pork chops. Alright, so our pork chops have had a chance to marinate about an hour or so. So give those about maybe 5-6 minutes on each side. We're going to turn them, get some beautiful grill marks. It's going to take about 10 to 12 minutes. Those are about an inch thick. That should be all finished, nice and perfect on the inside. Alright, we're going to get to our barbecue sauce. This is so simple and so easy and wicked. Ketchup is the first ingredient. Super simple. We're going to toss in about maybe a half a cup of ketchup, a couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, of the DP, 2 tablespoons like so, a little bit of salt, a bit of pepper. We have some smoked paprika. This is a little bit different than regular paprika. It's got this wicked cool barbecue flavor. Like you don't know what it is. It's smoked paprika. That's what it is. So we're gonna add about 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. And just to give it a little kick, because I like a little kick, we're gonna add some cayenne pepper. Just a touch. Last but not least, we have some chopped onions. I like to use them raw because I think that little bit of a bite that they have is super cool in my barbecue sauce. I love that. So give it a quick little stir. Get all those ingredients mixed together. And we're gonna toss this right on the grill with the rest of our stuff. Pop this right over here and let that go. All right, so let's get back to our corn. Our pork chops are going good. Our sauce is going over here. We're gonna pour our corn off. We're gonna open it up. Be a little careful, it might be a little hot. Pull back all the tinfoil. We're gonna toss these back on the grill to get a little bit of color. Red on the fire. So we'll give these just a few minutes. We want that corn to get nice and toasty without getting cooked too much on the inside. We have about 3 or 4 minutes left on our pork chops. Our sauce is getting nice and gravy over here. Delicious. That's what I'm talking about. And we're almost finished. Just had a chance to marinate, get all those flavors all nice and gorgeous together. So we're gonna start with a little bit of this right on the plate, just like so. We're gonna go with our corn, nice and gorgeous. This is a cool part, real quick. As soon as the corn comes off the nice hot grill, we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of manchego cheese right over the top, just like so. Right over the top. It's gonna melt on that hot corn. Hit it with a touch of lime right over the top. And then our gorgeous pork chop right over the top here. Little barbecue sauce right over the pork chop. Pretty much that easy. Dr. Honey Rum marinated pork chops, grilled corn, manchego cheese, a little bit of apple juice for that sweetness, you know what I'm talking about, and the dried cherry coleslaw. So rad. The Dr. Pepper and those dried cherries, money together. Anyway, thanks for hanging out here at Food, Drinks, and Rock and Roll. I'm Nate Lippy. Rock out!